I was staying at your place, you was staying at my place, it was all okay. And I'd be lying if I said I didn't miss it. Baby, you was the only one that really could listen to me. Girls like that hard to find, shorty anomaly. Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Lil Stain, rapper, songwriter, engineer, and owner of the Search Engineers marketing agency, back with another audio engineering tutorial. Today, I'm going to be breaking down how I mixed and mastered my song. I forgot the name of it for a second. Oh my god. Main One, produced by Fliptunes Music Man. Shout out to him. Mixed and mastered, at least the vocals, by me. Gonna show you guys how I did that today. We're working inside of Logic. I'm using UAD plugins, Waves plugins, the fabfilter suite, all kinds of really cool stuff. So if you guys have any suggestions for me, please let me know. Also, before you keep going through this video, I want to mix your song completely for free. Send me stems to matt@searchengineersgroup.com. My email is going to be in the description. Send me stems. I want to mix it completely for free. If you love the mix, hit me up just with the thank you. I'm going to send you the bounce when it's finished. If you love the sound that we're getting working together, we can keep working together. I'm trying to build long-term relationships with tons of different clients. I'm a student at Full Sail University in the audio production degree program, and I'm also shadowing to be an engineer at Rotation Records based in Norristown, right outside of Philly. Any questions, hit me up, shoot me an email. Let's get into the video. So first off, shout out Fliptunes for the amazing beat. I know we been do it, babe. I don't even know how you do it, babe. Hey, I was staying at your place, you was staying at my place, it was all okay. And I'd be lying if I said I didn't miss it. Baby, you was the only one that really could listen to me. Girls like that hard to find, shorty anomaly. Trying to have you add another branch on my family tree. Think that I made a mistake, baby, come back to me. I'm going out, my mind totally lost my peace. Wish I had you here, right? So look, I got some wavy ad-libs in there, okay? My vocals sounding clean. I got the delay, add in some airiness, add in like some kind of spacey vibe. Fliptunes, shout out to him for the beat, man. He's amazing as always. You can check his beats out in the description as well. Shout out to him. So going over this track, I got the beat, just a simple 2-track beat right at the top. I got my ad-libs here. That's just how I happen to do it. I put like a little intro delay thing. I put a little delay here from the hook. I don't even know how you do it, babe. Right? So shout out to that. Shout out to that, John. All right, so here's the verse. I know we been do it, babe. I don't even know how you do it, babe. Hey. All right, right here. I kind of had them at two separate spots. For whatever reason, I can't really think of why I had it that way. Now I probably would have just, instead of being in drag mode, I would have had it in X fade mode, and then I would have brought them all up. I think maybe I could have bounced this in place to have them fade there. Not exactly sure why I did that, but not a big deal. Then I had some things muted here. I added a little bit of an uplifter here right before the hooks drop. It is all I do is think about you. Yeah, need you to be my, need you to be my main one. All right, and then I got a super airy, wavy hook. One thing that I want you guys to do, and I think this is gonna be a huge takeaway from this video, I want you guys to make your hooks sound like actual hooks. Like when the chorus kicks in, you want people to really vibe with that. You want people to feel like this is the hook. Like this is the part where you sing. This is the part where you put the windows down. You know what I mean? This song kind of, you know, this is like a head down to the beach type of feel. You know what I mean? So you want the hook to, you want the hook to grab you. You want to know that it's a hook, okay? So I want to show you guys what's on my main vocal chain. All right, so going over here, this is my preset that I got. If you guys want any of my vocal presets, shoot me an email, matt@searchengineersgroup.com. Let me know what you guys are interested in. Let me know what kind of plugins you're using. If you want a stock preset, if you want a Waves preset, all that's going to be coming soon. Let me know if you're interested. So I got autotune at the top. I actually have it muted on my bus because I put the auto-tune on the actual track, right? As you can see, because the delay and the reverb will lose the sound from the auto-tune unless it's added directly on that vocal chain. So I'm actually not going to hear it if it's added there, all right? At least in my experience. Pro Q3 got a cut around like 80K. And then I got a little bit of a surgical cut on some of those other mid and high frequencies. Okay, so I actually have a Manley voxbox here, and I would do it a little bit differently now, but what I have the Manley doing is it's adding some really fast attack and release. All right, so you're gonna really hear the color of the Manley's compressor. All right, I got a low peak at about 70K. I do not have any mid dips or high peaks, okay? I have around 6K running the de-esser, and then I kind of adjusted the input and the gain to taste. In my experience, if I'm turning up the gain on the Manley and I turn down the input, that's when I sort of get the color from the preamp that I really want. Now, when I said I would do it differently, if you guys are familiar with UAD and the Apollo, series of interfaces, things like that, you're gonna download UAD console, which is basically gonna be a second DAW that's running in the background. As you can see, I kind of have this fader muted so that I don't hear the playback from two DAWs at once, and I have a spot where I can put a preamp right at the top and then other inserts. So UAD is really, really great. You can actually run their UAD plugins through the console DAW to save CPU processing power and things like that. So you can go crazy. You can add an EQ here, a compressor, things like that. Just make sure over here on the side, UAD rec is turned on so that it records into your other DAW with whatever effects you added here. The only drawback to that is it is destructive, meaning that you cannot go back and change it later. So I tend to only like my preamp being here. The way that I actually have my Manley running now, first off, while I'm recording this, but also the way I'm doing this moving forward, is I wouldn't use my Manley in Logic. I would use it in console, and I would have everything bypassed except for some light compression, like medium to medium fast compression, bypassing everything else, and then I'm adjusting the input and the gain to taste to get the color of the preamp. All right, now going back in here, my UAD Oxford trial expired, but I had it doing a bit of a dynamic EQ. You can kind of achieve the same thing with a fab filter, and we could try that now. So this is actually with this off since it's already expired. So you heard it off. We're gonna hear it with a dynamic EQ from fab filter. Going up at the top to some of these presets, dynamic, vocals, and it's kind of going to do something like that. So you can kind of cycle through a few of these or obviously adjust it to yourself, see how they sound. If it sounds good, it sounds good.
I know we been do it, babe. I don't even know how you do it, babe. Hey, I was staying at your place, you was staying at my place, it was all okay. And I'd be lying if I said I didn't miss it. Baby, you was the only one that really could listen to me. Girls like that hard to find, shorty anomaly. Tryna have you add another branch on my family tree. Think that I made a mistake, baby, come back to me. I'm going out, my mind totally lost my peace.
So I kind of like that one the best. That was cool, whatever. All right, so moving forward here, I got a pultec, okay, and my pultec is doing, let's see, it's doing a little bit of a boost around 500, and then it's doing quite a bit of a boost around 3K. And it's funny, like my engineering journey, I feel like every week I'm doing something a little bit differently just because of where I'm at in my overall learning process and my engineering skill. I'm still learning every single day, right? So like there's things that I did when I mixed this song. I mixed this song I think about 2, maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, out on all platforms, by the way. And the way I'm mixing now is totally different. So nowadays I would kind of do a little bit of a boost. I would do a little bit of a low boost around 100.
How you do it, babe? Hey, I was staying at your place, you was staying at my place, it was all okay.
I find that really gives it a lot more warmth, right? You don't want to cut out all the lows completely, right? And then I would kind of attenuate it as well to taste.
Hey, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't miss it. Baby, you was the only one that really could listen to me. Girls like that hard to find, shorty anomaly.
I like the way that sounds. Now, we got a lot of high peaks going already, so I wouldn't really mess with that right now, but that's what I got going on the UAD Pultec. The Pultec, one thing the Pultec is really, really good for is to actually do a mid peak and dip at the same time. So you could try that now. We could do a peak with this.
Trying to have you add another branch on my family tree. Think that I made a mistake, baby, come back to me. I'm going out, my mind totally lost my peace. Wish I had you here right now, right next to me. Think about the times we had and who we used to be.
This is a weird trick that I actually learned from one of the guys that commented on my YouTube channel. Shout out to him. I was noticing that as I was boosting and attenuating signals, I was getting a bit of a better color. So like obviously you do this to taste. I just did this right here on the fly. So maybe I'll go back later and decide to actually change it. But if it sounds good, it sounds good. Don't stress it and overcomplicate it. Shout out to my boy for the comment. So I actually had some Soothe 2 running. My trial for that expired as well, and I don't believe that I'm going to renew it. I didn't really feel like it was extremely important. That is a noise. Soothe 2 is considered to be a resonance reducing plugin. Neutron Pro has one. Baby Audio has one. There's lots of other companies that are now coming out with these resonance reducers. People were losing their minds about resonance reducers, thinking that there's like a really, really important thing. It's kind of just like an EQ and a multi-band compressor. Everything is just kind of like compression and EQ in one way or another, right? So that's what Soothe 2 is. I didn't really find it too necessary. Don't think it changed my mix a whole ton. Moving on from that, got a de-esser. All right, just taming some of those S's. I find that for me in the 3 to 7K range, that's very powerful. And, change the threshold and range to taste for you. Okay, now going over some of my effects just briefly. CLA effects is awesome for ad-libs. I want to show you guys what these sound like, right?
Out my mind, totally lost my peace. Wish I you're next to me, who I used to be.
All right, so I got that in filter mode, right? So not telephone mode, but filter mode. You can mess with the drive and the distortion a little bit, right? Some Canyon reverb, adds a tons of reverb, slap delay on there, and then Mr. Wide. CLA Effects is awesome. I definitely recommend it if you don't have it. It's like $30 from Waves. Shout out to them. Gives me great ad-libs just about every time. Obviously, you want to change these things to taste, guys, but sounds really good. So that's what we got on the ad-libs. That's what we got on the verse. Now I want to show you guys the hook.
I need you to be I need you to be my main one. I need you to be I need you to be my main one.
Okay, so I got two vocal layers going, and they're pretty much in the same note, like playing the same note, so I'm not really doing much of a harmony. However, what I got going is a few different effects. So I got a, let's see. So I got a pure plate reverb from UAD that comes with the Heritage Edition when you purchase a Apollo, so I was able to get that for free. That was really cool. I got an H delay, ping pong, set to the right BPM, half note delay. I got Fresh Air with a little bit of a mousse in the mid and high. That's by Slate Digital. That is completely free. I got Meta Flanger, and that's actually turned up quite a bit if I remember correctly. So I had that going at a, like this little bus send knob turned up halfway, which is actually gonna be pretty loud. And then I'm using the chorus medium preset. I think I may have adjusted it a little bit, maybe even not so much. And then my next bus, I got CLA vocals, doing a top, spank, sub, and stereo, adjusted to taste. I think this is also a preset BV Passenger. A lot of times I'm just gonna mess with these, see what they sound like. Run through a little bit of presets and then change things to taste from there. And then the next thing, the last thing I got is CLA Effects, running some more tape phase, just adding more saturation, adding more color to this thing, more and more. And then there were a few of those effects that I did not add to the second part because I didn't want to muddy it up too much. Bus Send 10 and 13 were unavailable, and that was the flanger and the other CLA effects. So let's hear both of those soloed.
Need you to be I need you to be my main one. Need you to be need you to be my main one.
So together they sound like that.
I need you to be need you to be my main one. I ain't gonna stop till I get you back, baby. I know that I broke it off, let me bring it back, baby, yeah.
All right, so this session is really, really cool, man. I feel like I'm getting a lot out of this. I hope you guys are too. Just want to send you a reminder. Please send me stems. I want to mix your song completely for free. No strings attached. If you hate the mix and you don't like it, whatever, send it back. Matt@searchengineersgroup.com. My goal is to provide really incredible mixes at a fraction of the studio's cost. Okay, so I'm trying to do songs for extremely cheap. We can negotiate a price, work something out for each other that works best for the both of us. If this video has been out for a little while, check for a link in the description to a website where you can go and actually get your song mixed. My plan is to have vocal presets available, other mixing, mastering services available as well. Let's work. If you're interested, please let me know. Matt@searchengineersgroup.com. Send me some stems. Let's get going. I got a little bit of a melody here.
I miss when you told me it was all mine. I'm tired of writing these songs, need to draw.
And that was in my ad-libs track. Okay, I got a bit of a melody here, and then I got another rap verse. So on the melody, same exact vocal chain as on my lead. And then the rap verse, I wanted to do a little bit differently. I wanted it to have a little bit of a faster attack, and I wanted it to sound punchier. One of the things I added there was the UAD Empirical Labs Distressor. Okay, now that actually expired. That is the only plugin that is expired in this session that I would actually decide to use. I don't want to go stir crazy and just buy every single plugin that I think I need, because there are alternatives to a lot of these things, and so you guys don't want to go spending tons of money. So before I show you what this sounds like, I want to mix it a little bit more. Slate Digital has an all-access pass to the virtual mix rack, which is $10 a month. I highly recommend that. I'm getting a notification that my disk storage is almost full. That is the life of an engineer. So this is the UAD FG Stress, which is pretty much the Distressor emulator. And I'm going to actually pretty much have the same settings that I added on the Distressor for the rap verse. So I want to mix this a little bit. You guys can hang with me while I mix this.
I was down bad, but I got up and I'll do it again. I ain't seen you for a minute, but I'm still praying for you and your friends. I know you did me dirty, but I still got feelings. Why I gotta pretend? Now you got me in my pop star bag. Did the verse and the hook and the mix, that swag. Baby, I'll be on my own, trying to recalibrate. I can't let my own. I was down bad, but I got up and I'll do it again. I ain't seen you for a minute, but I'm still praying for you and your friends. I know you.
So the difference between the two is actually quite a bit of a difference. If you check out my song at the link in the description, and then you go over to the time where this is at in the song, which is the second verse at about 1 minute and 47 seconds or so, you'll see that the Empirical Labs Distressor actually hits a lot harder than the Slate Digital one does. It actually changed the entire sound of this verse. I actually feel like it's not really hitting the same at all. So I would actually mix this a little bit more. However, I did want to just kind of show you guys what this sounds like.
I was down bad, but I got up and I'll do it again. I ain't seen you for a minute, but I'm still praying for you and your friends.
Just for the purpose of the video, when we encounter a problem, what do? We look for a solution. So let's see. Teletronics LA3A is known to actually add a lot of depth and makes the attacks on those transients a lot faster. So let's try.
I was down bad, but I got up and I'll do it again. I ain't seen you for a minute, but I'm still praying for you and your friends. I know you did me dirty, but I still got feelings. Why I gotta pretend? Now you got me in my pop star bag. Did the verse and the hook and the mix, that swag. Baby, I'll be on my own, trying to recalibrate. I can't let my own. I was down bad, but I got up and I'll do it again.
So I feel like it gave it more punch by doing that. I think to me that solves the problem. I may spend more time with it and also compare it to how I liked it on the UAD Distressor. It's kind of tough mixing a song that you already had recorded sounding a certain way, because you already have it a certain way in your ears. So anything else is going to sound a little bit different no matter what you do to it. So I don't always love doing that. However, sometimes you got to, whatever. So guys, check out this song, link in the description. The most important thing I want you to take from this is my whole goal here is to help people as much as possible. I'm doing no gatekeeping. Anything that I learn, I completely want to give it away to you. I'm in college for this stuff right now. Anything I learn, I want to give it away to you completely for free, and I want to offer you guys some incredible value. My goal is to offer extremely affordable, solid mixes for a fraction of the studio price. You work in a studio, man, you're going to be spending hours tracking. If you don't have your vocals sounding the way you want to, you're going to have to do retakes over and over and over again. I highly recommend that you track vocals yourself, and if you're not going to mix them yourself, get with an engineer who will mix it for you for a fraction of the studio price. I am one of those people. Send me an email, matt@searchengineersgroup.com. I will mix your first song for you completely free, and after that we can work out a great rapport. I'm trying to build a long-term relationship with all you guys. You can text me, call me, comment at the link in the description, email me. I'm trying to work. Let's go. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.